Hello, and welcome back to Beards and More. Today, I would like to go over a few cents from Fable Beard Co. and talk about a few other things beard related. Um, First of all, the Scribe. Now, this is the beard oil, uh, and also have the butter, and that's what I use, oil and butter. This, I'm telling you, if you like chocolate and you like the smell of coffee, this is a banger. You're going to love this. Now, when I smell it out of the bottle, all I get is chocolate. In between a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate. Okay, like if you took the two and mixed, because it's a little deeper than milk chocolate, but not quite as dark as dark chocolate, if that makes sense. Um, Now, when you put it in your beard, I mean, you get that chocolate up front, and that's pretty much all I get. But then as the day goes on, you as the chocolate starts to soften, you get a little more of that coffee espresso type scent. And I love it. It's great. Now, this one is, like I said, the profile is decadent chocolate, obviously, steamed froth, which I don't know where that comes from, and the dark espresso. And like I said, I get more of the coffee or more of the chocolate up front than anything. The coffee comes in later as the chocolate starts to tone down, as it starts to soften. But it's great. I love it. And like I said, if you like coffee and chocolate, you'll love this. I know I do. Um, Now, some of you might say, well, all we ever see you review is Fable products. Well, I'm not a salesman for Fable. I'm not pushing Fable products. I just, this is what I buy, and I try to let others know about them. Now, I don't get anything from Fable. Like I said, I'm not a salesman for Fable. Um, I get no different than any other customer. Like every now and again, they'll run specials where you buy one get one free, or if you make a purchase by this date, you get a free beard oil or free butter or free um, wash or whatever. Okay, but like I said, I'm no different than anybody else, and I don't do that kind of thing. I just give my honest reviews on the products. That's it. Um, I don't currently review any other products because, again, Fable is what I buy. It's what I use, what I like. I'm almost 69 and I'm on a fixed income, so I don't have a lot of money to spend to buy, you know, 50 different brands and have all that stuff around. Um, Now, putting it out there, somebody wants to send me something, hit me up. I'll try it, you know, I'll review it, honestly. And that's the stipulation. I won't review anything that I can't give an honest opinion on. I'm not going to fluff anybody up. You know, that's just the way I am. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, oh, this stuff is fantastic. When, you know, no. I do say this stuff is fantastic because, like I said, I use it. That's what I buy. But anyway, that's the Scribe. Now this one, I said in my last video I would try it and review it. Now I only have the oil in this one because this was this was a freebie. This one I got the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl was going, they ran a special. You know, you got, if one team won, you got beard oil. If one team won, the other team won, you got not a butter, but a balm. My team won, obviously, so I got the oil. This is called the Harvester. Okay. Now, if you watch any of my reviews, like I am very leery when I go to purchase anything that has spiced in the name or anything like that, because I don't like heavy spice things. I'm not a fan of clover. I'm not a fan of, clove. I'm not a fan of like mulled cider type scents. That it doesn't trip my trigger. It really doesn't. But I will have to say, Fable, every time I say something, I don't think I would like something, you've proved me wrong. I end up liking it, and it's like, I put my foot in my mouth. But anyway, this is called the Harvester. And this is spiced apple cider, ripe pumpkin, and crisp fall breeze. Now, like I said, it's not what you think. And to be honest, I actually like it. I've worn it several times now, and I will eventually get the butter to go along with it because I like it. But it just goes to show you how, you can perceive something, but yet your nose and will tell you something different. Like I said, I don't do spice stuff, but every time I get something that has a little that I don't think I'm gonna like, I end up liking it. So there you go. So if you like that kind of stuff, now this is more of a fall, like around November, Thanksgiving type scent. But you can wear it anytime you like, If you come to my channel, if you watch my videos, now first of all, my title is Beards and More, okay? Originally, I was planning on having a mix of beard product reviews, and I've cooked all my life. I do a lot of smoking. I smoke meats. I do brisket, pulled pork. I do wing, everything. I make my own homemade paprika. I smoke sea salt. I smoke garlic. Pretty much I smoke a lot of cheese because one of the family favorites is I make a smoked pulled pork mac and cheese or a brisket mac and cheese. And the family just goes nuts over it. So I stock up on keeping smoked cheese. Uh, and I cold smoke the cheese. Um, but anyway, that was my intention. This year, unfortunately, haven't really had the opportunity to do much of that. Had a lot of things going on. But maybe here towards the end of the season, I'll get some done. And next year, definitely. But for right now, it's pretty much going to be the beer products, unless I can slip something in there. The other thing is, for anyone out there, if you already have an established beard, great. If you're struggling with a beard or thinking about growing a beard or trying, I will say the number one thing you need, and it's not a product, it's patience. Okay? Patience is going to be your biggest virtue. Now, I'm not saying you don't need product, but if you don't have patience, you're not going to be able to grow anything that you think you want to grow. Okay? All my life, I've always had some sort of beard, from goatee to, stubble to maybe half inch, you know what I mean, full beard. And I always wanted to grow a longer beard, but because of the work I did and how all the hours, I was just too tired and I could never take the time to muss and fuss with it. Now I'm retired and now I can enjoy it. So, and that's what I'm doing. This is right around a year's growth from stubble, or from about a half inch, I say. Because I had a goatee, and then I cut that back, and I just kept trimming it back until the rest grew in even with that, and then I just let it grow out. Now, I do trim my beard where a lot of people don't. And, there's a multitude of styles of beards out there. Some people like, the round, like Santa Claus type look. Some people like the real long Viking, Rip Van Winkle type. But, this is what's comfortable for me. Maybe a little longer, I don't know yet. We'll know when we get there. But this is right around a year's growth. But I have no split ends, and one of the keys is wash your beard every day. Now, find a good, mild beard wash, and wash your beard every day. I know it seems, well, I put product in and I wash it out, but that is what is strengthening and enhancing the hairs of your beard. Like I said, I have absolutely no split ends whatsoever. And it's soft, it's fluffy. I love it. But like I said, the key is patience. Length equals movement, okay? When it's shorter, it's like stiff, and it's like this, and it's like, My beard tends to be a little on the curly side. Believe it or not, you look at my hair and it's like, well, because I used to have natural curly hair. How in the hell did you have natural curly hair? Well, back in the days when I was in my hippie phase, I had hair, halfway down my back. And once it would get like down here, it would just want to curl up. So, but my beard tends to be more curly. Now, I tried, because especially I'll use this as a pointer, right in here tends to get wavy, okay? And I tried a beard straightener, a heated beard brush. I would use it, and it would somewhat straighten it for about an hour, and then it would be right back where this is now. So I'm like, I'm done with it. So I gave the brush to my wife. I said, here, you can use it for when you go away, travel, whatever, type thing. But patience is the virtue, okay? And then find a good beard oil that you like, and either a butter or a balm. Now, what I do is I put oil in the morning. If I'm going out somewhere, especially if it's a breezy day, I'll put butter in. Now, Fable's butter has a mild hold, okay? It's not a stiff hold, it's a mild. So, it has a little bit of beeswax in it, but not much. But it's just enough to keep the frizzies and flyaways, you know what I mean? Now, if you get out there on a windy day, yeah, it's going to, no beard's going to, fight against that. But, like I said, get a good beard oil, use a butter or a balm, and patience. And put the oil, make sure the oil gets into your skin, and then work the rest out into your beard, because the oil is for your skin. That's what keeps that flakiness, that dry itch, and the flakiness gone. And that was one of the reasons why I would always shave or cut it back or shave, because that dry itch, and I couldn't stand it. Like I said, this is a year's growth, and I don't itch a single day. I don't care how hot it is, and this is not hot. Okay, on your neck, it's hot. When you have long hair, that's hot. Out here, no, it's not hot at all. And everybody has a different face, different style. Go with what you like. Wear a beard that suits you, okay? That works with your face and your body and what you're comfortable with. Even if it doesn't work, if you like it, that's what matters, okay? I don't care what other people think. What you like is what matters. So I'm going to get off of that. I got one more here that I'm going to go over. Now, I've done the review on the site. I don't think I've done this on my YouTube channel, but this one is called The Grower. Now, Fable has two lines of The Grower. They have their standard, and then they also have a CBD line. Now, you have to go to a separate site for the CBD line because of laws and regulations type thing. But it's the grower is, the profile is crisp apple, fresh pear, warm oud, and aged amber. Now, to be totally honest, to me, it's like straight up Granny Smith apple. Maybe a hint of pear, I get that. But mostly Granny Smith apple. And obviously, like I said, I have the butter, and you can see I use it. My rate of use is I go through about 3 bottles of oil to 1 tub of butter. That's my ratio. Now, yours may vary. The longer your beard, the more you use, it's all going to vary. But one of the biggest mistakes most people do is when they first start using a product, they put too much in. Then and I don't care, even if it's the best product out there, if you put too much in, it's going to be nasty. So, Anyway, I'm going to cut this short. This is it for today. If you like what I put out, comment down below. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to. You don't have to, but at least give a thumbs up, and because that helps the YouTube algorithms. It lets them know that, hey, people are watching, people are liking what you're doing. So yeah, give me a shout out if you have a comment down below. Or if you just want to talk about something, hey, jot it down below. I read everything. I don't have many there, but I'll read it because I do check frequently. So, until next time, this is Beards and More. Rock what you got. Thank you.